All right, I'm going to work out the chicken warm-up. Class chicken. It's going to model an egg-laying chicken. So it says chickens have a name, private string name, private int ID, private static int next ID equals 11. I did say they have an ID number, starts at 11, goes up by 11, and it's static. And private int eggs. Check how many legs they've laid. Public chicken, string n for name. Name equals n. Eggs equals 0. That's how many eggs it's laid. ID equals next ID. And next ID plus equals 11. At the 11, just so you realize that ID numbers don't have to go up by 1, and it could be all kinds of rules. I think I've got all the variables. String, ID, eggs. Yep. There may be other variables. The one that I didn't mention was the next ID, the static one. Constructor takes the name as a single argument, creates a chicken with that name, with the next appropriate ID number, and with the 0 eggs laid. Did that? Methods. Get ID returns the chicken's ID. Public int get ID, return ID. So it's important we return ID. That's the one that's public. You don't want to return the static variable next ID, because that's just used behind the scenes to give the next chicken its the appropriate ID. All right. Void add egg, which adds 1 to the count. Public void add egg. Don't know what happened, but I made it go away. So we say eggs plus. And then also I said it randomly says either squawk or cluck cluck. So int r equals int math.random times 2. There's 2 options. Can either be a 0 or 1. If r equals 0, system println cluck cluck. I don't like the way this is happening. Else system.out.println squawk. All right, let's add egg and toString. Turns a text version. Name, ID, eggs, number of eggs. Public string toString. Turn name plus comma space plus ID plus colon plus eggs laid. All right, let's see if this compiles. Yeah, it compiles. And then I said, make 3 chickens, print them out. So, chicken A equals new chicken. Penny. Chicken B equals new chicken. Penny. You saw it coming. Chicken C equals new chicken. Rufus. That's a boy's name, isn't it? Oh, Alice. System.out.println A. B, C. Let's see if we get our chickens. Yeah, they look good. And then I said print out A again, make sure it has the same ID number as it had originally, in this case 11. I mean, you could have printed out Penny also, but you couldn't print out Alice for that test. And we want to use get ID with one of the chicken objects, making sure it has the same ID as it had before. I'm going to do b dot get ID, and we should get 22. There we go. If I'm going too fast, just pause. Make each chicken lay at least one egg, then print them all again to verify the egg count. Okay. A dot, forgot the name of my method, add egg. B dot add egg, C dot add egg, and then we're going to print A, B, C. I already got print calls. We should get one egg laid. Yeah, it bothers me too, so I'm fixing it. What? Oh, I put it in the wrong place. I want it right here. Sweet. I want it to work for singular or plural. I took off the S. My bad. Okay. See, now everybody's got one egg laid. And then write a loop that makes one chicken lay 20 eggs. Print the chicken after the loop. Let's back up here. I'm going to do a for loop. For in I equals 0, I less than 20, I plus plus. A dot add egg. Now, I did notice one thing. They only squawked up above, so we're going to have to see about that. But we'll definitely see it after this. System.out.println A. I mean, it could just randomly have done 3 squawks only, but we should get some cluck clucks also. It's thinking real hard. Here we go. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Because I didn't think I'd made a mistake in the thing. But now we got cluck clucks and squawks. Henny has laid 21 eggs. We're all good.